My name is Samuel. I'm 21. My nickname is Tickets. My all-time favourite player is Brendan Favola. And my best Carlton moment is the 48-point come-from-behind victory against the Bombers back in 2007.
It's a great day, that one.
Yeah, it went all right.
Killed him, didn't he?
Mate. Two goals just before half-time and then 6 in the second half. He went all right, didn't he?
Yeah, he went all right. Get him back. Get him back in the club, mate.
Yeah, whoa.
We need him.
He could be. Mid-season.
Goal.
What's that?
Coach.
Yeah.
He might have headed it.
Harry doesn't need it.
Yeah, what do you mean, mate?
He's leading the Coleman.
Well, yeah, but he only snaps it.
He might have head to St Kilda,
They need to teach
Max
the
Kinder.
entries into 50, not what we do inside 50. Harry's killing them, mate.
Bring back Kuda, mate, for that.
Yeah, they bring him back for something, mate. It's been how many years and they don't want him back.
All right, my name's Ethan. I'm 19 years old. Obviously a passionate bagger like these three. Been a Carlton supporter since birth. My mum and brother are big Carlton supporters. Dad's a Melbourne dickhead. But my favourite all-time Blue was Eddie Betts.
Was Eddie Betts?
Huh?
Was Eddie Betts?
Has it changed?
Is Eddie Betts. Is Eddie Betts. Sorry guys, but yeah, I probably had 3 or 4 jumpers with his number on the back. Used to love the guy.
Any with the Adelaide colours or just Carlton colours?
Just Carlton, mate.
Right.
And my best moment, probably Cripps' performance versus Brisbane.
Oh yeah.
38 touches, 4 goals. I've never seen a guy break open a game like he did that night. That day.
That first quarter, that was not good.
I reckon he got about 160 Supercoach that game. Unreal.
How many clearances did he have that day? It would have been double digits.
Yeah,
You're
12,
the numbers guy, yeah.
And then he was kicking straight as well. It's not very Cripps.
4 goals.
And he was kicking, not handballing. You were usually
yes.
He wasn't trying to handball at 30 metres.
That's changed.
We love you, Cripper, though, if you're watching.
Cripper. 4-year deal, you soon to be signed.
Yeah, we'll touch on that
There is talk from that.
later on in the podcast. So
Stay tuned.
So I'm Mitch. I'm obviously 20 years old. So obviously my favourite player of all time is Chris Judd. And of course my favourite moment of all time was probably when Jeff Gallett went straight into the open goal in the 2013 Elimination Final.
Yeah,
you were there.
I heard the commentary was alright. I don't know. I couldn't hear it from level 1.
Actually, there is also a video of me commentating that moment as well. On TikTok.
Hey, that I almost fell off level 4 when he kicked that guy. Yes, I was there, level 4.
Yeah, I was there.
I wasn't there.
Me and my brother.
I was there, but I've seen the highlights. I honestly wouldn't lie, probably 40 to 50 times.
You know we've had a bad experience as
Robinson,
Carlton
oh my
supporters
God.
during our life when that was our best moment.
Oh yeah.
You got Hawthorn supporters who've won, back to back, and our best moments are Elim final.
They're picking which premiership was the best.
Yeah, I know.
And literally, this is almost 10 years ago now too.
10 years?
8 years ago, whatever.
Yeah. It's close.
8 years.
Like,
8 years.
And we haven't
That feels like yesterday.
Yeah.
But nah, great moment. We love Jeffy G if you're watching. Everyone's watching this.
The good thing was, and I think that shows as well. Like we played them 3 times that year. I went to all of them. They won the first from memory. We won the second at home and away, and then obviously the final. And that was, now they've won how many premierships? 3. 4.
Yeah. So they got knocked out straight sets 13, 14, 15.
Well, do you know the
They
best?
did too.
You know the best part? They should have been playing Essendon.
Yeah, because
Yep.
Yeah, like,
Karen Nival. We won't touch on that one.
Yeah.
As supporters.
don't want to upset.
Sammy
Don't want to upset Duncan.
Especially let's get
Yeah,
started.
no worries. So I'm Jack Stretchley. I'm 18 and love the Baggers. I can't tell. I'm a massive Giants fan. Why? It's all podcast. Like, come on in. No, love Andrew Walker. I'm a country boy. Just love Andrew Walker. My favourite all time. That year, he kicked 56 goals in 20 years.
Yeah, he was great that year.
Most goals since Feb, isn't it?
Yeah, most goals.
I mean, to be fair,
right?
who else? Who else could have
Until this year when Harry kicks 80.
Harry will beat it.
That's the thing. Who else could it be? Like, is there actually
Jared White.
Andres Everett.
most goals from North Melbourne?
He kicked 4 in the elimination final.
Yeah,
Nick
exactly.
Dygan. Nick Dygan as well did well.
Nick's
He was a gun.
Nick's captain of the club.
Nick's captain of the club.
Nick Dygan, yeah, the
That
next.
worked out well, didn't it?
Talked about being the next captain of the club. That was unreal. That was such a good goal.
Wasn't he? I could be wrong. Wasn't he not supposed to be playing as well? I think up
Yeah,
until
he was.
yeah, and then
That's why he's up for it.
But someone came out as well, didn't they? Or something for him. And he came
Would have been Levi maybe. Because he didn't play that day.
He
He played.
I've been told he
It's
did,
typical.
but when I watch it,
I don't think he did.
I only watched the highlights,
Mate, look
so
at
he
our
doesn't
tables,
feature in that
he's
very
there.
often.
I'll bet that's a great website by the way.
Lovely,
AFL tables.
And also, if we're talking Andrew Walker, favourite player, the jump over Carlisle.
Oh,
step ladder.
How did that not win, mate?
That's robbery.
Yeah,
That is daylight robbery.
Cracker, yeah.
You kidding me?
Calling the boys, always.
Eddie Maguire must be
Yeah.
in, bro.
Eddie.
A little bit under
Under
the
the
table.
table.
Mark.
Borrow one of our brown paper bags. Or?
No one was against Adelaide. Was
Don't
it?
touch on that, man.
Yeah, it was his Adelaide.
It was against Adelaide, and it was a pack mark.
Great mark,
It was a
right?
great mark.
I think.
But you got Walker. He's up there for about 10 minutes.
That photo will be around for the rest of it.
That's mark of the decade.
How
Mark of
tall
the century.
was Carlisle?
Big.
And it was he was up there to a chest mark.
And it was.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't out front. He
Jump.
took a chest mark.
Yep.
Clean
Like
jump
he was
and
standing on the ground.
Great night, by the way. That was a great game.
Were you there?
killed him. And he
We
kicked
killed them.
Yeah.
And we
Eddie
smashed
kicked
them.
eight.
We
Eddie kicked
smashed them
eight.
too.
Yep.
Absolutely killed him.
It was just
Were you there?
Nah, not that night.
You don't miss many.
I don't miss many. Nah, it's probably just a little tacker.
Yeah.
Doing some primary school work. But
You were MCC back then as well, or?
no, mate.
Hey, touch it on the MCC.
Shout out Mark Woods, mate.
All right, let's get stuck into the Melbourne game. We were all there. Three of us sat together.
Yes.
You sat somewhere else.
MCC.
MCC.
we get
All right. So we'll go through and stuck into the best and worst. So my best, I'll have to give it to Kane Corns' mate Sammy Walsh. He is absolute star. 30 disposals, 21 effective, 14 kicks and 16 handballs. Next captain of the club
Yep.
with Jacob
To,
Wedgering.
to go
That's a
with
big
5
ball.
tackles and 9 marks as well.
Yeah.
That's 70%
And then
on a
that-
wet day
that,
too.
That leads into my third best, or my second best. We'll go with then. Patrick Cripps, 10 tackles.
Yes.
Yep.
His inside work was so good.
Yeah.
So the tackling was great, but I think I don't know. Like when he tried to, he still looks a bit. When he tried to handle
Yeah.
it, when he tried to,
He-
he just didn't want to.
when he has too much time to think with
Yep.
the ball, you can tell that he's like a
The
deer,
perfect-
deer in headlights.
He had that in the square from memory. And he tried
Yeah,
he wanted to
yeah,
handball it to the goal
yeah.
square. Like
Yeah.
There was one on the wing where he went for a long 20-meter handball.
Yeah.
It just didn't make it. Like
Just-
kick it, yeah.
Like
Exactly. Like, kick the ball.
Yeah.
Like, I mean...
Like we know he can do it. You know what I mean?
I know.
It's just
We've
yeah.
seen it. We've seen it since 2014.
Yeah.
Like, we've seen it.
I think this week it could be a big one for him. I reckon.
Imagine if he gets his form this weekend against Hawthorn.
Oh man.
Just ends up smashing.
Yeah, he
Unreal.
should really.
Well, I have him.
Just runs.
I do.
What's Tom Mitchell going to do?
I do
with
actually-
groups?
Yeah. Well, I do actually have him in my fantasy team. So shout out to Paddy Cripps. Hopefully he gets his. Hopefully he gets his points up.
like I'm looking at so 27 disposals, 13 contested.
Numbers.
Yeah, with 18 of them being handballs. And we spoke about that the other week in class too. And we compared it to Zeeble, who
Just racks up kicks,
just
racks
kicks
up
and
kicks.
like, why isn't he kicking it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, I know like a halfback compared to an inside midfield, it's always like
Yeah.
gotta be
exactly.
kicks
Yeah.
and handballs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I mean,
He has the
he
opportunity,
has the opportunity
to kick
exactly.
He gets the ball, yeah. It's,
it. Yeah. And people say his skills aren't good enough. I reckon he's alright. Skill wise.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Like, you watch
unless
him-
it's a set shot.
Yeah. But you could, like his
He's
field kicking has always been
definitely-
alright.
He is missing that. Like I know, obviously his form as of late compared to his first. How long has he been there now?
2014, I think. He
14,
got drafted
wasn't
2013.
Yeah,
Yep.
just-
He missed his
He
whole
played-
first year with the leg injury, but
yeah. He just
Yep.
misses that one thing. Like when he goes forward, he just can't convert.
Yeah,
Like,
I think
that
the
Brisbane game
club
was
last
ridiculous.
year were trying to get him to that forward role like a Bontempelli, Martin Fife, but he
Yeah,
can't.
He can't.
Is that the right move for Cripper?
No.
Well, it doesn't
he's-
look like
he's
it.
a
It doesn't look.
I
like
think
it.
I think someone was saying the other day that he should just be solely a midfielder, and when he is not in the midfield, he's off.
Yeah.
Get him
That's
in,
it.
get him
That's
in
exactly
patches.
right.
Get him in patches.
Yeah.
Would that mean...
Just CBA, like get him send him out to tendencies, but like he
100%.
can't go forward. You know, he doesn't need to go back. Obviously, like if he's not in the guts, get him off.
I get it when we put him up forward if a Harry's injured. We just need that tall.
Then-
if
when-
Harry's injured, we're stuck.
But then, Charlie apparently is training now. And
Yes,
Yeah.
he's looking.
Yes, that's
he's looking
exciting.
like it's just basic skills. Like Tegi was saying, but
Yeah.
when he's in, when
He changes everything.
Harry, Gov as well,
Yeah.
maybe.
As Gov,
Yeah.
will it work? Because say 3 years ago, our forward line was
he's-
Mackay,
yeah,
Curnow.
yeah.
I think they still want to go with that 3 big
I reckon they will.
because that's why they put Jones up forward, Devon.
But will it work
Where's
also with
Levi
Jack
then?
Silvani?
Levi doesn't get a game. You got to be the club.
Levi's in the car park, mate.
Watching from the stands.
Will it also work though with Jack Silvani in that mix?
Silvani needs to play.
He needs to
there's
play,
no
but-
way he doesn't play unless he's
He is one of our most impactful players.
But
I reckon other clubs will probably approach him because I think there was last year how Essendon, I think, by memory, actually approached Jack Silvani. I don't know if it was true or not.
Yeah, it was
I
because
thought
they were talking about the bit of beef with Kane Little.
Yes.
And,
And the
I think
and the
Sauce,
whole-
when
yes.
Sauce left,
Yeah.
I think.
Yes.
And,
And
then,
Ben- and then Ben.
Ben's gone to
He's
Bullions.
Yep.
And he killed
That's-
Jamari the other week.
Yeah.
That's, but then again, Jamar.
It's just-
not to disrespect Jamar, but he's not exactly the. He's not getting the game in that.
But,
in
but
the
he's
scene.
not.
It's
still,
like-
he's the number one pick. I mean,
And
Yeah.
by now,
So
you
a lot
think
of
that
people
the
are
number
very
one
good,
pick should be getting a gap.
Yeah, they're going. Their forwards are going
Pretty
alright. You got Josh
worrying.
Bruce and Norton.
But
Norton,
still, they brought
the
in Josh
astronaut.
Shucky before Yamara.
Yeah. Anyway, let's talk-
Yeah,
All right, so we'll go
Yeah.
back on to my worst plays. I have to, two of these are our key backs. So I'd go Liam Jones. I just think,
he wasn't.
he's zoning off.
yeah, he's making some silly mistakes. He's not, I don't know, a bit disrespectful. He's not the smartest footballer. Like he tries and he's courageous and
love
when
him.
he
We love
gets there with that fist,
What was your thoughts when he went forward in the last quarter?
That was game over.
Game over.
You admit defeat
that's-
then, I think.
but
When
that's the
Liam,
way-
if Liam Jones is playing in the
That
forward.
that's coaches being way too desperate.
Yeah.
That's, but like
The thing is,
And that just shows Levi too. Like,
but why? So I reckon I would have been alright with it if Levi went back.
what?
And
Why does
no-
Levi forward and
But no, but then that's the thing. If they were changing it up,
Yeah.
apparently at the time Levi was off, so Jones went on,
I think
and they had Mackay, Pitts, because I think it was in our four.
But they did this. They did this in the Port game. They chucked Williamson at half forward.
Yeah,
Like what's that? That's game over already. You're showing the other team, wow,
Williamson isn't playing.
half forward.
Yep.
Williamson isn't playing
like,
well
come
in any
on.
role. He's not playing well in any role.
Yeah, but he's a half back.
Players.
Yeah, I think more.
true.
More
You got Zach Williams. He played better. He played
more of the
better.
spotlight's on Williams
He's-
because of how we got him and how we.
How much he's
what-
getting paid.
How much he's
How
getting
much he's
paid.
getting
That-
paid.
See, when we got Nunes, we got him for nothing. He's probably
Yeah.
on. What is he on? 200k, 300k.
Pretty much.
No pressure at all.
Once a
Absolutely
game.
no. And he's played.
and Pitt
won
as
us
well.
a-
And Pitt
Yep.
as well, like I reckon
Everyone, I personally think TDK is definitely in front of Pitt.
Yeah.
But I reckon
serviceable for a second ruckman.
exactly.
It's like Andrew, when we had Andrew Phillips. No pressure, just goes in there,
With
does his role.
Yeah, with Cruiser and obviously.
Yeah.
I see Cruiser.
Yeah.
We need.
Yeah, because he's still there.
He's the ruck coach,
He's
yeah.
right. He's a right
Yeah.
coach. See, and I reckon that also develops TDK.
Yeah, alright, so, exactly right. And but we've mentioned Casbolt enough, so this one's going to upset you. I have to give it to Plowman.
No, I had him in my worst as well. Don't
Yeah.
That's big, that shows you.
It's same as Jones. It's this separation.
He
They
plays
play
too
this.
far off. He plays too
you
far
watch
off.
Melbourne,
and then he
how they-
runs in and it just doesn't get anywhere near it.
Yeah. He's like playing as if he's got the athleticism like Jones.
Yeah, exactly.
But he
right.
doesn't.
Which he doesn't. No, exactly.
He's
right.
like,
A lot of the time, in saying that though, because like I used to play as a defender, so like I know this a little bit more. Not trying to be big myself here.
Tickets.
Yeah, no worries.
Change the game.
But like
2.0.
we have like generally Doherty, Williams, Sard on half back line, and none of them can defend for shit.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
they're pushed up, so then Plow's in the middle, and there's four other forwards who
Yeah.
was like.
so he's
What do
vulnerable.
I do?
Yeah, he's
But
vulnerable.
he was terrible on the weekend.
Yeah, I just don't get what system we're playing. Like,
don't have one.
you watch Melbourne, how they set up, like behind the ball. They all get back.
No wonder they're 9-0.
What did
Right.
you think
Exactly.
about our other captain, Sam Doherty? I think
He was in my best.
I did.
He was in my best. Oh, sorry, I forgot.
Are we still talking
Yeah.
about negatives or positives?
Sorry, I did miss him out there a bit.
I did
I
actually.
think
have
we
him as a
went
player
off on a
of
bit
the
of a tangent, I reckon. Yeah, Doherty played a different position, obviously. Like
winger.
with-
27 touches.
Yeah, with
And,
kind of just going down in the first 20 seconds, whatever it was,
Exactly.
and put in the midfield. 27
I think he
was
started at half
13
forward.
contested.
I don't
He
think that
started
was
half
because of
forward.
Cunners.
Yeah.
I think that was because Zach Williams was played out the
the
back.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then because Always went on to Lever. So
Yep.
it was Cunners that was supposed to be playing on Lever,
Yes.
which is another
Yeah.
issue in of itself.
Yeah.
You put what were we talking about earlier? 190.
Yeah, Lever 194 and always 179.
Yeah, we've got to work on that.
15
Like
centimetres.
you got
Not yet.
Smalls, right? You watch Richmond's forward line in the past 3 or 4 years, right? Look at their forwards. Most of them are pretty small, and then they've got Tom Lynch, right? We've got Harry Mackay. Play to the smalls.
Yeah.
Hit him up. Lower your eyes. Hit
We
him.
need Fisher so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's so good at that.
Well-
M. Cunners when he's fit, but obviously he's not fit.
There's another topic for later. Zach Fisher.
Yeah. But
No, don't rate him.
Oh well, I mean no.
So the conversation was, if Paddy Cripps was to pinch, well, not. I mean, we're going to sign Paddy Cripps hopefully.
Yeah.
But if the move was Adam Chera,
It was an SBS or
SBS, I personally, I love Zach Fisher. I love SBS. But I would have probably, just because Zach Fisher, because we are trying to change him as a forward pocket. So we draft him as a midfield.
He'd definitely be a key in when Fisher's up because how far away is he?
Not
I
far.
reckon he's up
He was
to
close
White.
to he was close to Martin. I think Martin's a
Jack
week.
Martin's on
Martin's
the
back
list.
next
Martin
week,
will be back
I
next
reckon.
week.
Yep.
VFL.
He'll be he'll be straight in, I reckon.
You reckon?
Yeah.
He'll be
He
straight.
has to be.
Has to be.
Our team's too shit at the moment.
And they're too short, our forward line. Like, I reckon.
It's
Who does-
just
That's the difference between, and we'll get back. We won't going off a bit of a tangent here, I reckon, but that's the difference between us and a good team. I think we're rushing in blokes like Jack Martin, who, to be fair, I don't think's done.
He hasn't done
much.
a lot, but it's just.
But-
He played one good game against.
Jeez,
Richmond.
how much did we get him for though?
Yeah,
I know his
I
first few
understand
years are
that,
front
yes.
ended and he's on a bit of money for his first few years. But
as in how much
we
got him
got
for,
nothing.
as in- Yeah,
We
so
got-
we
We got
didn't
him
get
for
much.
nothing
Yeah,
in terms of that,
yeah.
but the monetary value
Who-
of the contract.
Yeah. Who
Yeah.
did you see as that best against Melbourne?
Best against Melbourne, Walshy had to be.
Yeah,
Walshy, Doc, just the way they attack the footy, and they're always there, mate.
Yeah.
Like, well, Doherty had 74% efficiency, but that's just amazing.
And then
I loved him. I love Doherty on the wing.
Yeah.
Love it.
But then again, we have guys like Setterfield. Why are we putting Setterfield on
As
the
soon
wing?
as I saw him line up on the wing, I was this wasn't going to be good.
Like, I just don't get when you play him in the VFL, right? All the VFL games he's playing in the
He
middle.
plays in the middle. Yep.
So he
He
was
plays
on the
good.
ball. wasn't
So what
He
is
was
going on
The
there?
twos, yeah.
Yeah, we
What
watched
is
it,
going
yeah,
on
he
there?
was-
What's going on there?
Yeah,
the same at
you're
local-
excelling in the twos at one position, and they go, no worries, we'll get you in, but we won't play you there. We'll
Yeah.
play you somewhere else. That
It's a-
doesn't not make
It's the
sense.
same at all levels of footy, right? Pretend I was playing Resi's footy and I was a forward.
Yep.
Yeah.
When you go up to the seniors, you play forward.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right? Like, it's just
And then say if you
For a
were
forward, they would bring you like they would probably bring you in as like a ruckman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, Premier Ruckman for Waverley Blues, get down. When he
get
plays.
down Saturday morning, mate.
undefeated.
Undefeated,
as well.
yeah, yep.
Undefeated as well.
Yeah, they go all right. All right. Who else?
E Daffy 3 votes.
Big Harry.
Yeah, I've got Harry in my positives.
Yeah.
His shoulder was buggered all game.
I mean, yeah,
like.
we
I
can't
know.
hold that against him, but
He's on a premier defender.
Three goals.
Stephen Mayer
Stephen
is a
Mayer.
star.
How long's did Harry get injured in that game? The one they saying
He injured, yeah.
in that game though, or was it?
No, he's had a
So he's been kicking goals and. Like
with
he
a
said,
bung
3
shoulder.
goals despite injury. How many goals?
I think
has he
Teague
around
said the past few weeks he's had something with his shoulder, but this week's
Whatever
better.
you take-
He was
whatever you
better
take-
this week.
Whatever you take from that, though, you know, Teague from the press conferences didn't know.
Doesn't even know what he's
he
captain.
Knew much about his best, one of his best players and the captain in Patrick Cripps and them injections. That was sort of a bit upsetting.
What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, that was a bit. Yeah, he didn't seem like he was all over it, or he didn't want to talk about it.
But again, like
It popped up. That's the thing. It's not the first time it's popped up. It popped up
Early
almost a
in the
month
year.
or two.
It was
two
after the Collingwood game.
and there was one last
Because he
year
played-
about
he
Harry
played-
Mackay's COVID test,
Oh no.
Yeah.
but he was actually injured, or was it was something
It's
something
like-
along those
it's the
lines.
communication between
Yeah.
medical staff and coach, and then coach to fans. Like,
Yep.
it's
And it happened
just
again this
somewhere
week. You had to actually, the fans actually had to physically see that Harry was
Harry was
injured
injured, exactly
to
right.
make them speak in the media.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
don't get that at all.
That's
Makes
not
no
good enough.
sense.
It's
I remember growing up as a kid, they always used to have Andy McKay, Andy Mackay.
Yeah, I think
he
they-
was
I
always
think
done-
they have,
he done the videos
Russell
all the time.
doing it.
Russ does it, does it? Yeah, I haven't seen it. I don't
Yeah,
know.
maybe
maybe I'm not into it as much, but
no, I don't think they've been doing it.
yeah.
That shows,
They
yeah.
did it last
Yeah.
year.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
It still wasn't great. Like it was like,
Yeah.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
Charlie Keno, he did his knee. Yeah, next
Indefinite.
player.
Indefinite.
Yeah, it's like,
Like, what's that mean?
okay? Like we can read that. Like what's the point?
And we want to know more as well from the club.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We want to
Yeah.
know more.
Yeah.
I mean, we
As members of the
we
club,
put
I
in-
believe.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Research on
Like
We
put
pay
in our
money to this
exactly.
Yeah.
Like we put in our time and effort.
They feel pressure, I reckon. A
Yeah.
lot of pressure. Like the media team's been under the pump,
Yeah.
I reckon, the last.
And then also
This year,
like,
probably.
we brought in Andrew Russell, one of the biggest names.
Yeah.
Hawks, yeah.
Yeah.
Like seriously, Charlie Kerno.
that's-
I think he came in 2018.
I think it's more not the injuries. I heard on Blue
Andrew
Broad, Sarah, if you're watching, they were talking about more like in-game fitness, more pressure on Russell about that, not the injuries. Because some of the injuries are unlucky, right?
Yeah, yeah,
You got
yeah,
Kerno.
definitely,
Yeah, I mean you get that.
Yeah.
Charlie Kerno.
That's been a 2-year injury.
I don't know. Just because I got more
More
focus
focus on Carlton, obviously, over other clubs, but we seem like we have lots of injuries all the time.
All the time.
Like Charlie, most notably.
That's always key.
Yeah.
Why is
Like if you look at injury list, like if they're top 26, like
Yeah.
you're like 8 players from top 26.
Like
Even
20
more.
seconds in, I mean, that's just unlucky. You know, David Cunningham.
That was so sad.
Well, Teague said that he could match leave airily, and yeah,
that'll be?
He
When he went
averages,
aerial,
he
didn't go
averages 2
too
marks
well,
a game.
but-
How is that an aerial player?
yeah.
None of them contested. He hasn't taken a contested grab all year.
Yeah, exactly. Who'd you have down for the worst?
I'd Gibbo.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's lost his spark.
Yeah, I think he was-
I've heard, on a lot of Facebook groups and
Yeah.
comments and that. Just he's lost it.
Yeah.
Like
You're not
not
right.
skill wise, but just the will to go for the pill. You
Yeah.
know, that's
Like it's almost
Wills
like
go for the
he came in
Kinda right.
and he won 3 VFL BNFs.
Yeah.
So he was like,
Yeah.
I've got my chance at AFL football. I'm going to grab by the scruff of the neck.
And he did.
Yep.
I think he did.
So 2 years.
He did.
2 years.
Yeah.
He missed how many games? 2 games? 1 or 2
Yeah.
games?
And then now all of a sudden it's like, I've cemented my spot at AFL level. I don't have to try.
How old is he now?
Oh, he'd have to, he'd
27?
Have to be.
Is he 27?
I don't know if he's that old.
Nah, wouldn't be that old.
Maybe not.
Well, VFL, what, he won 3,
Yeah, he won 3.
3 BNF, so
Yeah.
you'd be...
and then when he got, like,
When we got him in 2019, like he was quiet for the first couple.
So
He was quiet,
Yeah.
but then he just changed, and then everyone fell.
He
in
found
love.
his role, and, you know, I think guys like Owies has taken his spot.
see,
Yeah.
I hope that doesn't happen with Owies. I hope he doesn't prove himself, be like, yep,
But
I'm
then
in his
fall
best
off
range
the
to then
wagon.
fall
Yeah.
off.
Is that down to the individual, or is that down to?
I reckon it's down to the.
Our staff,
I reckon
I
it's
don't
down
know.
to the individual. They get they get a higher contract, more money. Then they say, okay. I don't
To a
need
lesser
try stuff.
extent, could you argue, maybe not as much, but the same thing happened to Cripps. Like the first 5 years, 6 years, you know, he was one of the best, if not the best players in the comp. Now he's definitely slipped away.
I mean, we were a terrible team.
Yeah.
And like, if he didn't play as he did
Yeah.
like in 2018, we would have lost by 150 points
Yeah,
every single
and
week.
the games that we won, he was the star.
Yeah.
And also the games that we lost. Like,
We're still getting 3 votes for the
the
games that
Adelaide
we
game in
lost.
2018 at the end of the year.
By 104 points, and what did he have?
I think he got the
37.
most disposals.
Yeah.
He had like
Like,
20
He,
clearances.
he got votes, didn't he? Like, 2
Yeah, I think
votes?
he got the- he
2
got the
votes.
he came third in the Brownlow for winning 2 games.
Yeah, that's pretty remarkable.
Like,
yeah.
that just, like, that
What
just,
year did he come third? Was it?
2018.
2019.
I think it was 2019.
Yeah,
It
it
was-
was 13, 19, 4th in 18.
How's the stats?
Oh.
No worries, mate.
Still
That's
fourth.
me.
Still
But
fourth
still,
though after
yeah.
only 2 games.
2
Like,
games.
that's elite.
2 games.
That's
I
yeah.
don't know if it's now, but like we have the talent on our list that it feels like sort of internally.
He
that
thinks he
doesn't-
can let go a bit more.
he doesn't have to be that ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, and then the
With
other
that
guys
being said, I'm
aren't
still
stepping
letting,
up.
still letting down, you know, those are the best 3. Moving on, how'd you...
So,
See
my
the game.
best.
I reckon I had Harry Mackay. You can't go away from. I reckon the best, just because you can't really go away from Harry. Like,
Yeah. 3 goals with injury and...
With
And
injury.
and
I
most
can argue-
and our entries, we go on 35%.
34% from 18 shots from 53 entries.
That's
Ladies,
And
terrible.
also,
That is terrible.
we
not
have
good enough.
like
enough.
Stephen May would have been on him. I literally was watching because we were on level 1.
Yeah.
He was shot, and I'm because I didn't even know about his shot until half time. Because
Yeah.
then I think you told me about half time about like, oh yeah, well Harry's shot was a bit sore, and I'm like.
And then
Because
you
because
could've
and then in the second half I saw Stephen May going and I was like, oh no. But I want our players to do that.
Yeah.
If they're injured,
Lockie Neal, when we versed Brisbane, his ankles
at him.
fucked, right?
Go at him.
Ankles.
Go at him.
And he's, what did he get, 29 that day?
Yeah.
What's that about?
And then next day he's in for bloody ankle surgery. He's been
Yeah.
the next 12
See,
weeks.
that pissed me off so, like,
Hurt people. Like, in a good way, you know,
That's-
not
that-
hurt them
that-
like...
if they're
Yeah.
on the ground, they're 100% healthy.
It's just,
Yeah.
it's just like cricket. If you get a cop in the arm or whatever,
Go
yeah,
for it.
and you come out with an arm guard,
Yeah, I'm sure Mitchell Johnson when Kevin Peterson went out and he
Oh,
hurt
yeah.
himself like he wouldn't give it rat's
Yeah,
ass.
yeah.
But that's the Australian, like, that's
You
the
don't
Australian,
go out
like,
there like
You don't
you
go
don't
out
wanna
there
go
meaning
there-
to hurt them.
No,
You know,
of course.
but-
But if he's injured,
if it's going to put them off their game.
If he's on the ground,
I think
If
this,
he's on the
it
ground,
psychs
he's
you out
100%
too.
out.
Yeah, just you know they're going to be targeting. Who else did you have?
so worst, Liam Jones. Liam Jones.
Yeah, I had
Liam
Jones in
Jones.
my
You
worst
can't.
as well.
I was about to say Plowman, but Liam Jones, he's lost form.
So you about to say Plum, so you didn't have.
I was about to. I was about to have Plowman as probably one of the worst, just because. I mean, just I don't know what it is. So like, I don't know why Plowman, when he makes mistakes,
Yeah.
they are the worst mistakes. Just worst
You're
times.
not wrong.
Pretty
You're not
silly,
wrong.
yeah.
The worst times, and just Liam Jones also when he goes like yes, when he's unbelievable when he goes for the ball.
Yeah.
But he needs to work on his defensive craft.
Yeah.
100%.
I've heard a lot. Like we really probably need one more key back.
I mean, we don't have another key back unless if Jones or Wiedering get injured, we're playing one key back down.
Would
That's
play Levi
interesting
back
because
there.
I've always saw our back as one of our stronger divisions.
ago.
And
You know,
now it's tables have turned.
But
Bro.
at the
Yeah,
same
definitely.
time,
We haven't had a good
midfield.
forward line for as long as I've always been, bar Fev, whatever.
Since
Like,
probably
forward
2011.
line's always been our issue. And then now you're thinking back line, Doherty, Williamson, Plowman,
Is it two
Jones.
attackers? Is it two attackers?
No, I don't know. I don't know.
I just don't think we have a set game style that everyone's buying into. I think that's
Yeah.
probably the biggest problem.
Yeah. Because teams like Richmond, they've got key outs, but all the players know the system because the VFL run the same system, right? Doesn't matter how good you are.
Like that's how they win. They win flags.
You
in the AFL.
got a debutant playing. He knows where he needs to be.
Yeah.
Attacking, defensively, you know.
You notice with Richmond though, every single time they bring in a debutant, they are not scared to go in and actually perform. Every single time.
Because they know if they play a bad game, there's 3 other people that want that spot. Like they have depth. We don't have that. That's why we're rushing players straight back from injury straight into the seniors. Which with some players you do that. With other players they need in certain injuries. You need to just work yourself back up.
Yep.
But we don't have that depth. We need to rush them back in.
Is it the development of the players? Is it the development?
I don't
You
think
don't
so.
think so though, because
I don't think so.
It's hard to, like, you look at Harry. Yeah. But then you look at Dow, O'Brien. Top 10 picks.
Yeah.
Top 10 picks in the exact same draft.
You know, Lockie O'Brien has been great, right? But the coaches they put him in round 1.
love him.
They put him in round 1 and drop him straight away. You got Levi Casbolt doesn't perform he doesn't perform for 9 rounds of the season, and he gets a game every week.
And then he's now out.
O'Brien is against Richmond, right? How good is Richmond?
Does he need to play though, like they kind of did with Dow? Does he need more game time at AFL level to improve?
Yes.
Yep.
Well, I would say yes, but like with the Doggies game that we went to, the Footscray VFL game.
Yeah.
Like O'Brien, he just looked lost. Like
Yeah.
it's the VFL and he didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
So I was like, if that's what he's doing in the VFL, like no wonder he's not going to game in the AFL.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
New shot.
Alright, is that go on to Jack now?
I mean, everyone's like I had Walsh, Stockley, Cripps as my best.
No side.
No side.
But I didn't have Sard on my worst. I had
Oh really?
It's one of his favourites.
If we started this podcast last week, would Sard be in your worst?
I guess he would easily be my worst against the Dogs.
That's probably fair though. Yeah.
I had Levi as our worst last week.
Yeah.
I had Plowman and Jones behind him. I just think Levi, I mean, he's out this week.
Managed.
Managed.
But like, I love Levi. I love him so much.
Yeah.
But like he has that opportunity where he can line someone up. He's a big bloke, and he just pulls out.
He did line someone up, didn't he?
Versus the
I do agree with
Bulldogs.
that,
Versus
but
the Dogs, he did it. And the guy was dead.
Was it the kid?
Yeah, it was some young fella, McNeil or one of those trucks. One of those trucks.
And he cleaned up Hayden Young against the Dockers.
Yeah.
Like, that's what he should be doing.
Yeah.
Loved it.
And then when he goes up, if you can't take the mark, bring him to the ground.
Versus
Essendon,
Essendon, third quarter, Fogarty's goal where he kicked it along the ground.
Yep.
Levi gets Heppel down. Fogarty goes out, kicks a goal.
That's what he should be doing at each contest. You shouldn't be having to remember the time. Like it should be every contest. Bring the ball to the ground, hit the pack hard.
We shouldn't be looking back.
He is massive.
He done it here, he done it there. It should be a consistent weekly thing. I know it should be a consistent.
But I don't think Levi Casbolt and consistent go together.
When will I know he's just being managed, so it shouldn't be too long. When will Levi be back?
He won't be back.
I reckon.
Unless we have.
You're saying within the last of Levi Casbolt.
I reckon he will retire. He will either get I reckon he will retire.
I think it'll be a bit of a Simpson situation where they go,
Wait,
we're not going to give you a contract.
Yeah. That was you could tell when it happened. We'll get back to it. But I tell when it happened, like he didn't want to go, and then the fact that he wants to come in the back in the mid-season draft straight away the year after.
I still think that was a bit like.
It shows a bit.
I don't think he really wanted to.
He's looking alright though in the VFL. He's looking alright.
Oh yeah, he's looking pretty fit, and he was kicking with his right foot, which we
Who's
never
this?
saw him do.
He's redeveloped himself. He's coming back. You know how George Bailey come back and he was standing ass to the bowler? That's Simo. He's come back with his right footer.
Imagine that.
Alright, who else is that?
Yeah, that was my 3 for best and worst.
Alright, beautiful.
But yeah, just obviously transition defense has been a problem all year.
It's the last 5 years.
Yeah, that's why we have those massive lapses under David Teague. I think they don't know where to go. Like you watch it, like you go, pretend you're sitting level 4, right? You can see it happening. You're like, they're gonna
But
kick
can't the
it.
coaches see it as well? Coaches have the best seat of the house or the whole ground.
I'm sure Teague actually watches the game. He's probably sitting there having a couple of lollies.
But again, he's got a group of coaches that I don't think that could. But again, but defensive coach.
All right,
Is there a defensive like transition coach?
No.
Well,
I think teams do have it though.
I don't think we're...
Transition
Jay
coach.
Amos is a
I reckon
defender.
they would.
He's been great.
Yeah, alright. Yeah.
How many wins under him?
Yeah, not many. Oh, well, yeah.
Can't on one hand.
All right, let's go. Let's have a look at the game coming up. Are you all going?
Yes, we are.
Yes,
Going.
sir.
Are you going?
I am going. I haven't bought my tickets yet, but I will be
Come
going.
on.
I can't see him.
Jesus
Reserve
Christ.
seats. I booked it 10 minutes before the game.
That's alright.
Yeah, he's got baggers chat tickets.
You got MCC tickets?
But nah, it should be a good
It is
one.
good though,
There's
yeah.
a lot of pressure on this game.
If we lose...
I don't think if we win this, everyone's gonna go, oh yeah, blue skies, rainbows.
If we win, no, because we should be where we're at in the rebuild, we should be expected to beat clubs that are losing
Of course.
to North Melbourne in Tasmania in their home, where they do not lose a game. They're losing to the worst team or one of the worst teams.
Yeah.
The worst.
After
We
being
need to be
4
beating
goals
that
up.
team.
After being 4 goals up, they haven't beaten them. And they're no threat.
No.
But that could hurt me if there's Hawks.
But Hardy.
Oh, sorry, Aiden.
Mackay will have a day out. Sure.
I think Frost will take him. But
But the one
we'll touch on that, mate.
The one thing, Alistair Clarkson is the one reason Hawthorn have any chance. We've won 2 games against them when he's been coached.
Yeah, I think it's 3 out of the last 20, which is
Do you know-
atrocious.
Yeah.
First of all,
Isn't it crazy the amount of his success and the amount of coaches that have come out from under him, their success? Just a shame we got Brendan Bolt. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. If Bolts gets them, win.
Jacob Wiedering, key forward.
Oh no.
See, that was
bad.
he almost killed a man's
Nah,
career.
it's alright, but he played forward when he was 5 years old. It's alright. It's justifiable.
I was
He
kicking. I was kicking.
was kicking. He was kicking bags.
He played at half time. But no, big game ahead. I think a lot of pressure on the whole side. Really.
We should not lose.
Yeah, we shouldn't lose. Well,
Should not
let's
lose.
look at the end. So we've got Sauce. I think that he changes the game.
That's the win. Easy. That's right there. That's the game.
Yeah, that's the thing that he needs to. For me, he does definitely need to get a stream of games together.
He needs to not get injured.
Yeah, that's
And
it. Though. It's simple as it
Newton's
sounds.
not playing, so he won't knock him out this time.
Nunes is
so.
his name is an emergency, so
Oh no.
emergency to others.
Who are the emergencies as well?
Kennedy's one.
Kennedy, Nunes,
I think
Honey.
I would love to see Honey.
Honey or Kennedy, because they can play any position.
Honey's game against the Dogs in the 2s. Oh, that was elite.
Oh, but I thought Kennedy went alright, but you don't think so?
I thought he had 24 touches, but what did he do with the touches? He didn't have any impact on the game at all.
I think there was 1 week where he had 26 or something at 30% disposal.
So
See,
what's the
that's
point of
it.
that?
I do not think
Well, I
he cuts at
can't see-
AFL level. He's slow.
Yeah.
Like our transition defense is bad enough with quick blokes.
Yeah, I reckon we would be one of the quickest teams in the comp. We would have to be.
No, with us, we have a high ceiling with quick players like Assad and these blokes. They're quick guys. Then we also have a lot of slow guys. So it's like we put each other down.
I think I heard someone saying, in the past week or so, I don't think a team's quickness is based on foot speed. I think it's based on how they move the footy.
Exactly right.
Like you watch Melbourne, like bang, bang, bang.
It's
Like, I know they got
quick,
quick guys like Langdon, or like who.
But it's more the speed that they they kick, they're 4 kicks.
Like a tracker through
kicks
the
there from defence
tracker
to
goes
forward.
bang to
Exactly.
Oliver, then goes straight to Brown or whoever. Brady.
Their setup is insane. Like, you go.
Sorry, I was going to say, speaking on Langdon, like the amount of times like him and Hunt played on the wing, like they played on each wing.
Yeah.
And the amount of times they'd both be on the same wing.
Yeah.
And then there's only one of our wingers. Like, where's our other winger? Why are they not following their opponent?
Yeah, I do see Cottrell a lot just float
Yeah.
around he thinks like one of his wingmen's there.
Yeah,
Like
how
he's
do you? Obviously, we've got the ins and outs here. How do you think? Do you think Cottrell deserves to continue his spot?
I think
I
he
like
does.
him. I like him.
a lot.
Yeah, he's a blue bagger as well.
I know he's a blue bagger.
That's why Casper has to be playing.
But it's also
Yeah, that speech.
it's also
It's also the Jack Silvani, how he has the blood, like the blue blood.
So Zach Williams does though, but
Yeah, Zach Williams does, and all right. Well, TDK in for Levi. I've been calling for it for
the whole season really.
Yeah.
TDK, like he's averaging 33 hitouts a game in the 2s.
Yeah.
And he's just a much better
He's
tap
just
rucker
moved.
than Pitto. Pitto's done his job, but TDK's got that X factor, I reckon.
Yeah,
So
athleticism.
So will TDK play more forward
I
than
think he
Pitt?
will. I think he will.
Yeah.
I reckon Pitt will be our ruckman.
what?
To start the game?
Yes.
I don't know.
So you
Yeah, no, I don't agree with that.
I
don't.
reckon TDK.
I reckon Pitto starts
Pitt's
on
a better
Pine.
Behind.
On the Pine.
On the okay, yeah. on the
Behind.
behind. Yeah, that's fair enough. Like I think, we need to get some, hit outs into TDK. Like get some ruck contact.
I
into
think TDK could tower McAvoy.
Yeah, but
It's just seeing how Pitt, like, do you see, like, going forward though, would you rather Pitt or TDK?
TDK every day of the week, but
The future
right
of
now,
Carlton.
Yeah, no, but but then in the forward line though.
So they're both playing.
In the forward line,
They're both playing the same game.
both playing the same, exactly like
TDK should
this.
take ruck, Pitt should take forward.
I don't see Pitt. I see TDK more as a forward than Pitt.
He's more.
I'd like him to be, but from what I've heard, he's not a great.
I mean,
Well, you're going to have to put one of them there. What's Levi
Yeah,
been doing?
yeah,
he hasn't
exactly.
been great up forward. That's his job.
and
So
to,
right
be fair,
now-
to be fair, his ruck contest, he's not really killing it either.
Who's his?
So-
No, and Casbott's
Yeah,
alright on the
so
ruck.
this-
I think he's had to
yeah.
trade.
So then in the AFL lineup, Tom DeConnie is actually half forward,
Centre forward, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Mark Pitnet is the follower, so he is the ruckman.
Okay, so he must be starting.
So I reckon they are definitely trying to get, but Pitnet, I do not see Pitnet as a forward.
Who's on the bench?
So on the bench is Eddie Betts, Liam Stocker, Nick Newman, and Jack Silvani.
Silvani starts, I reckon.
How do you feel about the goal?
Oh,
First goal, no one got around.
I was thinking that the
Do you
game. I was
think-
like, is that his first goal?
Do you
'Cause
think
he's
they
playing-
didn't know?
I
Or
was going to talk this. Yeah, how like it was just embarrassing.
Sorry.
as a football.
Should've left it for you.
It's all good. No, it's embarrassing as a football club. Like this guy, we brought in, we traded for him, and paid so much for him.
Yep.
He gets his first goal. Like he's struggled to get in the team. He gets his first goal, and Liam Jones was the only guy that got to him. Like,
Yeah, it was Liam Jones.
shame.
Sadi did.
Sadi
Sadi did.
Yeah.
and
Oh, someone else. I don't
someone
know.
else, but,
It's just like
but
everyone
three
should have
players.
gone
It should be all
They've already.
17.
Yeah.
Also, they may not have known.
Yeah, they've
either
Ninth
completely
game,
forgot.
yeah, ninth
Completely
game.
forgot.
When-
Because didn't
when
that
was-
happen a
when
couple
the
weeks
game-
ago?
When about the game two, was it?
It was
Third?
third quarter,
30.
yeah.
You got a snap. It was about 2
That-
goals.
see, when you're still in the game, like
Get up and
and
about.
you
I reckon the whole vibe of that game was
We just weren't
down. Like the crowd, like, there was
pretty
barely
solid,
any of
but
us.
I mean, except for the bloke, you went there sitting near us.
Yes.
He's on the left of us. He was probably the. You probably could have heard him though, to be fair.
Carlton man.
Yeah,
Carlton
yeah.
man.
he was up and
Well,
about.
and he literally had the whole road to himself. He was sitting near. It was like they were all just like socially distancing from around.
From
They
him.
just didn't want to go near him. Did
Yeah.
not want to go near him.
Who's had
And
to
then,
play?
but like, what's going on here? And then 5 minutes into the game, you're like, yeah, no, fair enough. Bro, you're just yelling and carrying on.
Like our mate Eddie had a few weeks ago who changed seats. In
What
front of
happened
us.
there? Like,
that was weird.
Was there like a curtain raiser? And he sat there for the curtain raiser, and then because as soon as the game
He didn't leave though. He went front row seats.
Because
I reckon he wouldn't move.
Tiki was like, get down.
Oh.
Alright.
he moved. He's just gone. So we have Parks out, and you're pretty happy with that. You haven't been happy with his
Yeah,
performance?
well, I'm looking at his stats now. He only had 13 fantasy points, 5 touches. But I think, I agree with you guys, he does a lot of good defensive work. Like, he goes hard at it, as you saw in that Essendon game, just that massive tackle.
It's all about effort. Like,
yeah, he's
I
all
think
about effort.
As you were saying,
And he's a young lad.
Player.
He's a young lad, and he's just been picked off the rookie list. So, expectations don't.
And there is
Has to be
players
too
like
high.
that. They're obviously completely different players. There is players like that aren't stats players. Like you look at Cyril Rioli. Like you read the stats from when he was playing, and it doesn't dictate the performance. Like I think you watch. It is funny. You watch a game, and you're actually at the game. You go home, check the stats, and you're like, oh, did you only get 9 disposals or whatever? But like the
Silvani's
presence is
the
known.
same.
Silvani's probably the big one. Like with pressure acts, like he changes the game when he's playing, but the stats he doesn't add. Ridiculous amounts of stats.
A small bit of Matt Cottrell about that as well,
Yeah,
I reckon.
Yeah.
But okay, then we get into the argument. He said, do we have too many players like that then? Is there too many players that aren't adding enough and getting disposals?
On stats wise, you mean?
Because Ed Kernow is the same, being a bit more of a different player, being a tagger.
Yeah.
He prevents disposals as opposed to getting them.
Yeah.
But
He still racks it up though.
Yeah,
man.
yeah, he has.
Speaking on disposals, like we're 14th in the league in disposals, and then that's bad enough. But then on top of that, we're second last in disposal efficiency. So I mean,
Yeah,
Yeah,
so,
that's what I found interesting. Yeah, about the Melbourne game. We had one extra in the
That's
guts,
why
but
we
they
were winning
had one back though. They were confident in us literally getting the ball, kicking it willy nilly, and they had the spare man back to take that mark.
main
'Cause
lever play it so
in
well.
Goodwin's press conference, he said that
He
exact
said that,
thing.
yes.
He said we wanted them to do that. We wanted them to win it almost.
Yeah, which is I don't know.
It's
hearing
really
that,
weird, isn't it?
Hearing that is that's almost you feel embarrassed almost by that. Like they're counting on us being well. Not
The
very
positive thing is, if another team tries to have one less at the contest, like Hawthorn do that this week, and our efficiency's better, then we'll kill teams.
Oh, Hawthorn-
good. Exactly
Hawthorn
right.
don't
But
have the
they'll
manpower.
quickly be
Yeah.
Clark will be quickly to put
Yeah,
back
yeah.
in the middle. But yeah,
I mean, Hawks just aren't a clearance team. Like, they're last in clearances.
We really
exactly.
should be beating them through the middle.
If we,
absolutely we should be.
And then,
Which-
because I reckon our strength is going from the midfield to the forward.
Yeah,
But it's actually the transition that kills us.
exactly right.
From
Yeah.
offense to defense.
Yeah.
So, it's gonna be a very interesting one, boys.
All right, beautiful. Let's look at the key matchups. Dash,
Yeah,
take us
so
away.
some pretty key matchups that predominantly I think we should win.
Yeah.
So we'll look at the forwards. So I think Frost will take Harry.
Yep.
He really probably should beat him, Harry. Frost is a bit of a hit and miss defender. Like, he
Harry's
likes to
all hit.
attack Frost. So if he attacks, he turns over the footy a lot.
Yeah.
So if he turns over the footy, that comes back the
back.
other
Yeah,
way.
that's just the thing. hang on.
At 34% though, it could go anywhere. To be fair, 34% disposal efficiency.
We're not good
Oh.
at making teams pay off the turnover. We're not good.
No, we're
You need to
not.
punish them. Exactly
Exactly,
right.
we're not
Exactly
good at
right.
We haven't been good at punishing teams since '95, mate. So
Yeah.
but yeah.
99 prelim.
So you reckon Harry should win that matchup?
Harry will win that.
He should, but it's also again, he wins his matchup every week.
Yeah, exactly right. Even against one of the best defenders, he's
Do you reckon he
still
beat?
no, I'm the same.
I think it was
even
like
if
a
he's-
Darcy Moore situation in round 2. It was a bit of 50-50. So they
Yeah.
both played well. It was a good matchup.
Yeah.
So
It will be interesting
It's
to
all
watch.
about the midfield for Harry, though. Like getting him the ball, like getting
yeah,
delivery.
yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. That's what it
hit it low to
relies
him.
on.
Like he,
Exactly right. You give the defender no chance. Like
Yeah.
probably not in front of
so
him.
that's a pretty crystal
that
clear
will-
matchup.
That starts from the midfield, and let's move on to the midfield. Cripps.
Yeah, midfield. So you got Warple and Mitchell versus Cripps and Walsh. So I've gone a bit of a matchup between the two because they're not direct opponents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Move my
yeah.
arms like that. But no, they should win.
Bit of emphasis.
They should win that.
Yeah.
I think Warple and Mitchell do get a lot of footy, so we got to stop them
Yeah.
from getting the footy.
Yeah.
Because I know Mitchell's, his meters gained. I
Ed Kerno going to
Great.
play a role there, or
don't think so.
no?
I don't think they have a mid that's going to hurt us particularly. Like,
Yeah, that's fair enough.
well, I don't want to jinx myself here.
Yeah.
Mitchell,
40 disposals, 6 goals.
Mitchell have 1,000 meters gained, but that's all right. But nah, Cripps and Walsh are in for a big one, I think.
For a big one. All right, let's move on to the ruck.
Big boy,
What has been named the Picnic Cup.
Big boy versus Pitnet and the King. He's back. The return of the King.
Go for that too long.
Yeah, I think I don't think it's the right matchup for both rucks because
Yeah.
Pito would probably match up with Big Boy physically,
Yeah.
and then TDK is probably a bit more athletic than Big Boy.
Exactly, a bit like
But they've got another ruckman.
Yeah,
I've been
Ned
told.
Reeves, he's
Reeves.
211 centimetres, I think.
Is he been playing up forward? Is he the one that's been kicking goals up forward? Yeah, I think so.
I don't really pay much attention to Box Hill, but
I have seen. I've seen a few videos where he's kicked a few goals on the boundary, like kicked bags.
Yeah.
211 centimetres. Yeah, that is a VFL level. Nick Graham used to dominate VFL level and then come to AFL. He used to come back to AFL level
We
and
have
kick it out
discussed it.
to
We have-
fourth row. So
Too many great VFL players. That
Too many
don't-
floaters.
that don't convert it into AFL.
but no, it should be.
And you're saying they both start on Pitnet and TDK.
Yeah, well, Mitch was saying that
Yeah.
TDK is listed at half forward.
Yeah,
So
so
On the actual, on the lineup, so TDK is actually listed as centre half forward.
Yeah.
And the key forward, and then Pitt's actually staying in the ruck. So I mean,
I think
I
that
got-
will happen. I think that will happen.
I reckon it will happen.
Let TDK sort of, yeah.
But TDK,
Yeah, we do
he'll
it
get
more, I reckon.
he'll get his fair amount of sentences.
Oh, definitely.
The positive
Yeah,
thing
yeah,
is that'll allow the ruckman to play behind the ball
Yeah, exactly.
and then get TDK to ruck up forward
Yeah.
because that'll help the transition defense once it gets out.
Yeah.
And Pito's at the next kick.
Yeah.
So I think we've been struggling that a bit.
Absolutely.
So we'll move on.
Yep,
We'll go down back.
down
So
back.
we've got Weeders. He usually cleans up his opponents. Struggled a bit last week.
He's a bit
Lo-
who's
lo-
he on?
Kaczynski. He's kicked a few bags this year.
I
But
mean,
he's
against-
young,
Against
and-
North and not
Adelaide.
Adelaide. North in the practice games, what I meant.
Yeah.
And then Adelaide.
Yeah, he played well in that game, didn't he? Played really well in that
So
game.
we're
So
saying
we're
Wiedering's winning that one, or
Yeah, physically. But again, that was a Reeves.
Yeah, Ned Reeves. Yeah.
I think he'll play up forward a bit.
And also Mitch Lewis. Will Jones goes
No, I think Plough might go to
Plough,
Mitch
yeah.
Lewis.
Lewis?
I'd say play.
I reckon you'd go Sarda Williams on a wing guard.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
No, really.
No,
No, I think Zach's alright defensively.
Yeah, Zach's
Tell you
alright.
what,
Sard
he's-
defensively.
he's got Plowman versus Wingard written down here.
Yeah.
I do. I have a bit of a change of mind.
And this is only a matter of hours ago. And
Um,
look, you need to be in the coach's box. You're not scared to make a change.
no,
I
I definitely.
agree.
I'm a man of my word. Plough, jeez. I would have kicked 10 on him last week.
Well, yeah, I don't know about Plough.
I love him, but he was atrocious.
Are we a zone defense or are we a man-to-man defense? Because
No,
I
Plow's
don't know
not
anymore.
man-to-man.
I
Plow's
don't
zone.
think the players even know what's
That,
going on.
well, some are one, some are the other. Plowman, he plays off his man and then
Like, our half-
runs in last minute and misses the ball completely. So
Yeah.
Our halfbacks just they play too high, and then to the opposition forwards are able to just seek down the back.
will Lockie Plowman play? Is he in our sort of going forward? Is he in the next premiership
He's not-
window?
well-
You would say yes.
No, I would say no. But
Oh.
I would say
Yeah.
majority of our list is not going to be in the next premiership. So we're a long way away from a flag.
Are you-
That's just reality.
Top three players that will be Reading,
We're
Walsh,
doing Walsh, McKay, assuming he
yeah,
stays.
Cripps as well. I assume.
I think Sard Williams, they'll be in our premiership side.
Yeah.
I mean,
They're X Factor players, and I
Yeah,
think
they were brought in for
We've
You
just
know,
got to
they've brought in the
fix
best
the
players,
we got to
like-
fix the development of guys like Setterfield. Now, what's happened with him?
Just don't
That's
play
it.
him on the
He changes
wing.
different positions. You know, he excels in the VFL. They bring him in, change him
I
around.
don't think Gibbo is going to last long. Love him, love the play. I don't think he does enough. What's his
Yeah.
position?
No,
Well,
no.
would you give him a few more weeks? Yeah, back in the twos. Like, do we haven't? To be fair, like he played he's been one of our better players, I would say, for a bit there. And
Yeah.
then
He started off alright. He started off alright.
He
in
didn't run
the
his
season.
twos, though.
He hasn't played a game in the twos. Like he was
That's it.
dropped.
Since
And
he,
the
and
week
he
we
was
drop
playing
him,
medical
the week
stuff.
we drop
Yeah.
him, we
He
play a
plays
bye.
three
We have a
quarters of the
bye.
game
We had a
anyway.
bye last week.
in the twos.
So both Newsy and Gibbons haven't
Yeah,
played
exactly
twos yet,
right.
so they
and
won't come in.
SBS as well.
like he was lucky, Gibbo, and yeah, shame for Cunners going down, obviously. Yeah, it's tough to see.
Speaking
But
of
yeah,
players-
Gibbo was lucky to end up playing most of that game, and he didn't really do enough, to be fair.
Like speaking of players playing out of position and the twos,
Yep.
like Brody Kemp is
Yeah.
playing in the twos on Sunday.
Yep.
And they reckon they want to play him as an interception defender. Like,
Oh,
what do
I
we-
don't mind that.
Like, what do we reckon? Like, he's a big boy. Like,
They
so
reckon
can
he
play
is,
it.
yeah, because there was a photo at the BNF last year with all the defenders, and he was in the photo.
Yeah.
It was like the back six, something,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But could he be a bloke that could replace Plowman?
Potentially.
Yeah, that's probably a fair call, yeah.
Plowman's position has never been under threat
No,
because
no.
Marchbank,
We just
Oh.
don't have someone
Yeah.
that plays the same role as he has.
Yeah.
I like
Whereas
Marchbank.
Kemp could be.
love him, love
yeah.
Marchie,
Love
but he
March.
just does not get on the park enough for me.
And then I reckon Luke Parks could be the next one who could potentially take Plowman's role.
Yeah,
Could be the next one.
Yeah, maybe in a few years' time.
Yeah.
Um,
I do hope, but
how many years is Plowman on? 2?
I think he's got another
Couple
2
more,
years
yeah,
on another
yeah.
contract, yeah.
Yeah. No, I like Plow, but
I do. I love
he's got to be borderline 22, I think.
Yeah.
We'll move on to predictions, all right?
He never. Real quick before
Real
that,
quick.
he's never, as you said, he's never under his position's never under threat. Like he can play 3 bad games in a row, but I feel like we're always focusing on Murphy, Levi, and all that. We don't focus on Plowman as much. He
Yeah.
just sort of he always flies under the radar. He can get away with a few bad games,
Yeah.
and he needs to. His position needs to come under threat from just sort of spark him up. I think.
I mean, it definitely isn't gone unnoticed by the Carlton faithful. Like,
Yeah.
he's the one player who gets whipped for everything. But
Oh, you
in
love him.
terms-
You love him. To
I
be
love
fair
him.
though, you look at him with those kind of
I
glasses.
am a great defender of the player, but as everyone who
Better
follow
defender
me
than he is,
would know. But I don't know. I think you're right. He should not be best 22 if we're wanting to win flat.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the end of the day.
All right, beautiful. Moving
So
on.
moving on predictions. We'll start off with my prediction.
Yeah,
This is a big one, all right?
What is it?
Blues by 63. Harry to have a big one. I think we keep the Hawks to a very, very low score.
Yeah.
I think we're due to keep a team low scoring.
I'd love to see it, but I love
It may be hard, I agree with you.
I
But
think for that, yeah.
we just need one.
Players like Plowman need to stand up there.
Yeah.
Keep it,
Yes,
keep
yeah.
it
Need a
low.
lockdown players. Don't
Yeah.
let blokes,
Don't let 'em-
how many games
Well, they're
have
getting
we had
away
over the last, my whole fucking life, 19 years of my
Short
life,
years,
and,
yeah.
20 years, where, it's just, we let guys like Josh Bruce kick 5. Like, come on, man.
He only plays good against North. Yeah.
Yeah, and how bad is he? Watch them,
Well,
they're celebrating in front of the crowd.
I know.
Absolute
Play on the
hacks.
man then.
And
Like,
then next week they do nothing.
there's always a game like that though. There's always a player that, like, say, I mean, as you said, Luke Bruce might kick 6.
He did last year. Him and Gunston have done nothing all year last year.
Exactly.
It's all right when they were during their prime, but he's past it. He's past it.
So it's like
When the
Hold
teams ever let our players who are done dominate, never.
Yeah.
Never. I mean, I think that's also our players that are done. They don't want it. Like they feel like it's. I'm in.
They
Bruce,
don't
I'm at
want
home.
to dominate.
Exactly.
They just want to be help out the team here and there.
Here and there.
Bit Murphy-esque for that.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's, I think that's a fair call. That's a fair statement.
I think he's done his time.
Yeah.
Good on him through the hard
been
times.
great
But
serve.
predictions, Pato.
My prediction is Carlton by 35.
I love
Carter kick 6.
Love it.
Hopefully Chris best on ground. Best game of the game.
Oh, Harry's
best
getting
game.
6, but he's not best on ground.
Well,
Cripper has 6 and
Cripper
5.
to be up there.
What do you need? You need 40 disposals.
63 handballs.
Cripper to be up there and hopefully to regain some form and stroll us towards
There it is.
form.
All right. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I'm very similar to Pato. I reckon we'll get up 31. I'd say roughly 30,
Yep.
31.
Yep.
I don't think Harry's gonna have a day out. I don't. It's a little bit controversial. He'll probably kick 3 or 4. But
You are known for that. You are known
I
to
am
be
known for a
controversial.
little bit controversial. We know.
Yeah, we know that.
But I think some lesser guys might stand up in like slides like Silvani or
Yeah.
Tina K might even kick a few.
Yeah.
So I think
Well, I think you were saying Jack, or Harry as well as Jack, weren't you?
I think Jake could have a big one.
Yeah.
A guy like CJ, isolated in the forward line. I think he's a good player,
He's
CJ.
great. I love-
He's great.
But I think he's going to be one of those players like Sard, where he's very attacking based and can't defend.
And then I reckon if he can't defend, I reckon that's when he'll actually be pointed out for. And then, say if Sard is actually really bad defensively, they'll be like, nah, this guy's not a great player because he's not great defensively.
Yeah, when he is a defender.
Exactly. That's the main problem with a lot of players.
That's the problem.
Well, I'm not seeing it as closely as you guys, especially you. Look, a win's a win. I'm happy. I've got 3. Carlton by 3 goals.
Well, I'd take that.
I take it.
I would take it.
As long as the game isn't like a goal with 5 minutes to go and then we kick 2.
No.
Yeah,
Well, that's-
that-
we
yeah,
I'd still
exactly.
take it.
They should.
Yeah.
But-
Hawthorn should not be close, close to us for much of the game.
The whole game.
Like you can think of it at the start or maybe a little bit in the second quarter, be a little bit tight. But we should be able to. We never do, but we should be able to put the foot down just a little bit.
And we haven't done it to a team this year. Well, Freo,
We're very
it was still a bit like...
we got up to a 11-goal lead at some point.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
should have.
great idea.
But 45, I'll take a 45-point win.
A win's a win. We'll take any win. All right.
But now it's time.
It's
It
been
is.
talked up.
Speak up.
All week.
Speechly. It's been talked about. It's,
Up and about now.
It's why everyone is still hanging in there.
Exactly.
Get stuck into it.
I'm the reason we get the views, mate.
Oh,
Oh,
that is
I'm
a
only kidding, guys. I'm only kidding.
With a head like that, he has been compared to Ben Brown.
Yes,
I saw that.
I'm
He's a
actually
long-lost
Ben Brown.
brother of Brownie.
That's why I'm on the podcast, because I got dropped this week. No, this is a segment, Speak Up Speechly, where I just let go. If you follow me on Instagram, Carlton Elite, you would know I have very unpopular opinions about a lot of things.
Oof.
So that's what this segment's about. And so today, I did want to talk about. Now, first I want to ask you guys: 34-year-old Kate Simpson or 22-year-old Adam Sard? Who would be forget about
You go, Daff.
in the future? Think about right now. Who would be better for the team?
Right now? No, okay, it's not in the future. Okay.
I think Simo retired at the right time.
Yeah.
You see a lot of those blokes that play for too long. Like Sean Burgoyne even.
Albert
Yeah.
could be one of those. Albert could be one of those as well.
Boom Harvey.
Oh, Boom was pretty good in his
Oh,
last
yeah.
season.
They go to
Wouldn't lay a
But-
tackle.
but-
Just wouldn't lay a tackle.
Yeah.
Wouldn't
But
lay a tackle.
I
That's
think,
how you get to that amount of
I
games.
think Sardi long term much better.
Yeah.
Once he gets in whatever system we have, do we even have a
We
system?
don't have
Well,
a system.
that's
I
the
think
thing. We don't. We don't have.
Or
a
do
system.
we?
We're not
And
set
players
up.
aren't doing it. That's the question.
But why players not been doing it for however many years now?
Yeah.
Like it's,
I mean,
I
I've
think
never
we
seen
don't
us
have a
a
system.
Like,
Yeah.
we had one of the greatest footballers of all time, Chris Judd, and we still couldn't do jack shit.
Yeah.
Like he was banged up. He wasn't West Coast Chris Judd,
But he was
but
still.
he won a Brownlow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
And
it.
we still couldn't do jack shit. Like we made the elimination final 2010 the year we won the Brownlow. Got kicked out by Sydney.
Well, I remember that. Like, just when you hear Chris Judd coming to Carlton, you think, Judd, Fev, you just like,
Yeah.
them two players and lead you to the next premiership.
And then
it-
Fev was gone the next year. I mean,
Yeah.
I hate that happened. I really wish that never happened. But
Yeah,
it
it was
did.
a
That's the reality. It
rough
did.
time. There's a lot going on behind the scenes too. I think we're not aware of.
I
but
did.
yeah.
I did have a conversation with my brother a few weeks ago about the performance of Williams and Sard, and he said, "You see a lot of Richmond players when they're on. Like you look at Daniel Riola, I don't rate him at all.
He's shit.
Look when they're on.
Yeah.
Just kicking backs.
But then also, he's a three-time premiership player.
Jason Castagna.
Yeah, three-time premiership player.
He was a.
Yeah.
He was a.
Just
dude,
cherry picking players.
he was a.
Someone-
I'm telling you right now. I've heard rumblings. He was going to get dropped from Richmond 2s
Yeah.
before he got a game. He was playing halfback at Richmond. People used to laugh at him. I'm telling you. And apparently Dimmer did not let Richmond 2s drop him. Right? Right? They put him up forward.
Yeah.
Becomes a pressure forward, three-time premiership player. This is a real story.
Exactly.
Real story.
Yep.
And like that's
Got the
what,
sources, man.
I love it.
Can we release? We can't release them sources.
No.
I love that.
Shout
you
out
said
to your
that.
brother. He'll be watching.
No worries. That really interests me
Fired up.
because I mean we have players that they're playing out of position, as we
Yeah.
all know. A lot of players playing out of position and they're playing shit. Like
SBS.
Centers on the wing, SBS in the back line.
Yeah.
That's not their game at all. And that's what I think with Adam Sard, because we all know I love Adam Sard so much. But like, I don't know, like he's obviously not playing out of position. But he's not playing.
He
He
only plays-
doesn't have a real role to play to his strengths, and because he's a defender, but he's not a defender. If that makes
Yeah.
sense. Like
Yeah.
his game is not to be a lockdown.
He's not your traditional defender.
Exactly, he's not a great defender.
He's very modern defender,
Yeah.
I reckon.
Exactly. But then, so why are we not like even Williams? Like he's very attacking, and Doherty, like they're very attacking
Yep.
footballers.
Yeah.
So why is our transition game It's very meh.
I feel when a guy like Cripps has the ball in the middle of the ground, I don't want Walshy running past him. I want Walshy higher up the ground.
Yeah.
I want Sardi and Williams going there.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Even I'm not saying it's Walsh's fault, right? Because he knows
He's the guts.
why are Sardi not running past.
I think Sart's got a good boot too. He can kick it.
He's probably got the best kick.
Long ball, you know,
But he's just
accurate.
Piercing ball,
His
yeah.
positioning just is not like we've seen him go to a couple of games. And like he's a left footer, he can't kick on his right foot, but he's running to the right side. Like why are you on the side
doing
of
that?
the
Exactly
ground?
right.
But again,
what are you
yeah.
planning on doing? Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Right.
Like once you get the ball, then he has to do a shitty kick on his left foot across the body.
Get him through the middle of the ground. Seriously.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
What is
Why
wrong
isn't
with
he
look
doing
how
that
big
though?
the oval
Why
is,
isn't
right?
he
Look at
doing
the AFL oval, and you go, I know, Dockery's
Is that not big
Dockery's
enough?
been great the last few weeks, right?
Yeah.
In the first few games,
He's
he
actually
looks
using
there.
the he's
He
using the
looks.
ground. He's using the
What's that for?
Yeah.
Yeah, I-
And we go outside, but then we go outside again. You don't go
do
outside.
you think we need to go to the middle more?
Yeah,
100%.
yeah. Why
We have all
not?
the runners.
Yeah.
Like,
But then,
like we have all the
teams
runners.
go, if you turn over the ball, it's risky because you're in
We're
the middle of
turning
the
over the
ground.
ball anyway. So what's it going to matter? What's it going to matter? We're turning over the ball
Unless
anyway.
it's more of a chance of scoring when you're going through the middle of the ground.
Yeah, exactly right.
17th in disposal efficiency. We turn the ball over. We can't kick for shit.
So why not try something different?
Exactly. Like we're going to turn it over. We're going to turn it over on the wing. We're going to turn it over centre half forward.
Yeah, exactly.
The opposition's going to get the ball.
If you don't turn the ball over, turn it up higher, further up the ground.
At least give guys like Harry a chance, and then if he's not going to mark it, guys like Owies and these guys, Eddie, at the feet, kick and goals.
We don't even
Fish.
help. We don't even help our small forwards. Like we had five. We had Mackay playing at full forward and 5 small guys who were under 6 foot.
Yeah, I saw actually. Yeah,
And we're kicking.
I do agree.
We are kicking the ball in the air.
Yeah, I do agree. But I saw. I think it was against Melbourne. Yeah, against Melbourne. Always. They got out. He always got out the back, I think, and kicked one of his goals. Was it always? Did he got out the back and kicked one? Like that was good. Like if Harry's, I didn't. Yeah, he kicked it over his head to be fair, but he did get out the back over Harry's head, and then always was there. That's a small forward.
It's a piercing ball.
That's
though.
a small forward.
It's a
That's
piercing
their role.
ball. Yeah.
Like, is it?
And then speaking on Owies, like this is not his fault, but there was a contest on a half back, and we kicked it. Max gone. You'd think, Pito or Levi.
Oh, that was on the wing, right? Yeah.
And it was Owies. We're kicking it to. It was Owies versus Max Gorn.
Yeah.
That's right.
And the worst part is, we had to kick it there because you got a guy under the
nowhere else to
pump.
go.
You got the guy under the pump.
Yep.
Everyone's walking around, no options inside.
Yep.
Do we ever go inside?
That was the exact reason, how we lost to the Dogs in that last quarter.
Yeah.
They were running this way, that way, and then every time we got the ball in the back line, kick it down the wing, straight to the Doggies.
Yeah.
They'd kick it back in, they'd switch it,
Exactly right.
and that's how we lost the
And
game.
once they get the ball there, you blink your eye, you
But,
blink, and then they're kicking a goal. Like,
Exactly
they're
right.
quick.
I don't mind when you're under the pump and you have to just get it forward, right?
Yeah.
But it's just like...
And then
When we're under the pump, though, we crumble. We look like
And heads
Cripps,
down.
when he's trying
Heads
to
down.
handball at 30 metres. Like, and I don't disrespect the Cripps, love him, but when we're under pressure, we do crumble. I believe. I reckon. What do you reckon?
Yeah, 100%. What were you going to say before?
Yeah, because that's why I reckon Zach Williams is such a great recruit, because he uses the inside. Because and then,
why is he kicking there and he turns it
Yeah.
Because he's trying something.
yes, he's actually trying to change something up because literally, because say last week they had Stephen May, Jake Lever, like they were all waiting for the downline kick.
Yeah.
Zach Williams, as soon as he saw, I think it was, I don't know who it was, but someone was in the middle.
Hit it.
Why not try it out?
Yeah.
I mean, Mackay was down the line. If he sprinted the other side, that's it. That's how you get goals.
And it's just
Using the ground.
don't look like the amount of times from a kicking on the weekend. We'd have a bloke wide open on the 50, and then we'd be like,
absolutely.
what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Then 30 seconds later, ball down the line. Melbourne's got it.
Kick it to the pack, on the.
It's like you had
Wing,
an open bloke, and then he could kick it to the next bloke.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, we're inside 50.
We picked the wrong time to go long kicks, short kicks. It forward, what's like, I know you get it deep to Harry Mackay, but why is Harry our only option?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, exactly
It
right.
pisses me off,
Yeah.
right? It pisses
It
me
shouldn't be.
off.
When Charlie comes back, that will.
If. It's big if.
If you reckon.
Yep.
Yeah.
Big if for this year, I reckon, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Speaking
What
of
is it?
Daffy.
What round is what round are we in now?
Oh,
Nine?
we're coming into round 10.
Round 10.
And they reckon, he still hasn't really started training yet, so you think...
And then I think it'll get to probably it'll get to the stage where it's like later.
Do we
in the
really
year,
need him?
Do we want to risk it?
But I wouldn't
Like
mind him
happened with
playing a
Murphy
few,
a few
though.
times
Yeah, I
there.
love
Like they're like,
it.
do we
I
risk
love
it?
It's like, because let's be honest, we're not really going to be in the finals race come round 18, 19, 20.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, at this rate, it's not looking like we're going to be anywhere near it.
No. Well, the way we're playing, Jesus
Exactly
Christ,
right.
we're getting a good draft pick.
But we don't need draft picks. That's what's
Yeah, because
so
we've traded them away. So.
Well, that's it. We get the good draft picks, and yeah, what do we do with them? I mean,
Yeah, we would pick someone shit though. So with pick 8, but
that's
All right.
that's pretty much what I got.
Speaking
Bang.
of that, he's done.
there it is.
we're gonna get onto the questions
We're on the questions, I
from the
reckon.
fans.
From
We'll get them out.
our beloved fans.
Shout out to the fans.
Shout out to the fans. We love them.
Yes.
We love them all.
All our 152 followers.
That'll
I'll
go.
keep going.
152
We love their support.
before you release an episode. That's a good one.
That's probably not a great question.
Get Mitchy on that one.
So I've got one from the AFL radio. Shout out to you, mate. Cheers for tuning in. Realistically, when do you see the Blues making the finals? Like what year?
When?
Oh,
Next year.
I'll go. Well, I think this changes. Like if you asked 2 years ago, I would have said, probably would have said this year. Like it changes. And I think it's hard to give an exact date. Sam Duncan, he reckons we went a year early next year. I'm thinking next year we make. If we don't make the 8, I think serious questions there to ask. And I'm saying top 8 next year.
I would be very, very frustrated if we went another year next year not playing finals.
It'd be, yeah.
So
Is there a line through finals this year?
I mean,
You can't say it.
It's round 10, but
I think so.
But we're a long way off it. Like the way we're playing, we're a long way off.
And
What's your big prediction then? What are we finishing? Do you want to
I'd say
make a
around
call?
where we are now. I'd say 11th, 12th
Yeah.
at this point.
I'll be disappointed with that.
definitely.
I just find it for us to make the 8 would need some teams drop out.
Yeah.
Well, you got Swans. They're fucking good, I reckon.
We need another 2013 drug scandal, you reckon?
And then say
Need about 5 teams.
And so the ladder right now is Melbourne, Western Bulldogs, Geelong, Brisbane, Port, Sydney, West Coast, Richmond. Richmond, the premiers at 8th for the ladder. And you still have Giants, Fremantle at 10th.
Frio's not. That would drop.
They will drop.
St
St
Kilda.
Brayshaw's injured
St
too,
Kilda.
so.
Yeah.
Essendon will drop off. Giants. Hard to tell, Giants.
The next question from Liam Burke. Shout out to Berkey. He'll be watching. Oh, it's a big one. Will Harry be staying at the Blues?
100%. I can't see him leaving, to be honest.
There is reported offers though from Essendon.
Yep.
1.1.
Big bucks, but I mean, why would you want to go to Hawthorn? Unless only for money. The only reason you go to Hawthorn right now.
He would have left before.
Yeah.
If he didn't think Carlton would go in the right direction.
I think it's a good sign that Cripps is signing up. After how long he's been with the club and he's put up with a lot of shit, it's a good sign when your captain's saying, fuck this, I'm staying with this team.
Yeah, after so much shit he's copped from even our fan base this year, I think it's been terrible.
That is it is upsetting. Like,
I've been mad at him. We've all been mad at him.
but like I think I've seen some of the comments. Like, it's pretty bad.
Him,
like this bloke is someone that's his family home's been destroyed by the cyclone that it was, and he hasn't been able to go home and see them. Like, I think, and the shit he's gone through. How many games he played now?
120.
It's fine. He's been there for a while.
Hasn't played final.
And he has. I think personally, it's going to sound bad. He has every right to explore his options and leave. Yeah. As tough as that is, and I would love for him to stay.
Yep.
But from what he's given the club and what's going on at the moment, and the way that not all, some of the supporters are speaking about it, it's pretty. I don't like it.
Also, what he's been through as well. I mean, like.
But will Harry Mackay stay Carlton, though? That's the thing.
Yes. Short answer.
Yes. All right, get us back on there. A couple more questions, I reckon, and it might be time for Maccas, I reckon, after this.
Oh, here we go.
No sponsor, mate.
Go, Declan.
Declan, big game coming up, mate. By the Blues.
Up the baggers.
All right. Who do you think is the most vulnerable player at Carlton in terms of, well, we've touched on this, but not getting a contract? So, of getting a contract and not getting a contract. So,
I've got the 3 up.
Gov, yeah.
If he doesn't want to take a pay cut, he's gone.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think he will take a pay cut.
He doesn't have to, because he's exactly right. He's got no. If other people were like, come here, then we'll pay up. He's not going to have that. He's not going to have that.
Yeah, and the security with his contract, I reckon we'll offer him 1 to 2 years.
Yeah, and I'd say the most vulnerable. I mean, it'd have to be Kennedy. I mean, he's not getting a game. He's on the rookie list.
He's gone.
Like, I think he's pretty much gone.
He's had his chance. When did he come in for the Port game? And he was slow as a wet week. So, who else? Well, obviously the 3 oldies. You got oldies. Casbolt, Murph, and Betts are done.
3. Also, maybe add Ed Kerno in there as well.
Oh, it's close.
Betts his head, a few weeks ago. He has turned it on.
I think he's done.
It has
but
been
just
good
have a good finish.
And
fair way.
that's it. And on a good note. Don't
drag it on.
Drag it on. Exactly right. All right. There's a few questions here questioning how good looking our young fella is over
I
there.
appreciate that.
That's Hawthorn's zone, I think.
The few of them here, actually. From just everyone.
I love it. I appreciate all the
Your
support,
I want to ask this to you. Your
thank you.
favourite defender for Carlton post 2000, which is good because it's about the year you're born. So
lads. I was a little bit after.
Yeah.
It's alright. Lachlan Plowman, 100%. You can't go past the Plow.
Player.
Mate, I love that. No, in all seriousness. I mean, I love Jamo growing up. I love Jamo growing up.
yeah, I like him.
But I'd say
Yeah.
all time, I love Weeders. I can't go past Weeders.
Yeah, that's fair
I
enough.
love him.
I reckon mine probably Michael Jamison.
Yeah, I do love
Michael
Jamo.
Jamison,
Yeah.
Jamo. Everyone, I personally reckon, because we haven't really had. I reckon the next one will probably be Jacob Wiedering, just because he's probably the next one below. But I reckon Michael Jamison, what he did, he wasn't overly great, but I reckon he was definitely one of our.
He gave his heart and soul.
Yeah, he was a heart and soul player, a bit like Kate Simpson.
Yeah.
So
All right. Alright, this is the last one, I reckon. We had Favola, then Judd. This is from, how we say it, Nabil.
Nabil.
How are you, buddy? We had Fev, then Judd. Who do Blue supporters come to the footy to put their faith in? So when you go to the footy next week, who do you go? This player. Don't turn it on. This is our guy.
Harry Mackay.
Yeah.
I look at him.
That's new too, though. I reckon.
Like when I was little, when we were shit house, I'd go to watch Fev. I wouldn't go to watch Carlton.
No.
He'd kick 8, we'd lose by 10 goals. No, seriously, dead set.
Yeah.
Like you go there, you watch Fev play.
I reckon they'd had a little bit of Paddy Cripps about that as well, because during the 2018 season.
Yeah. You see him
Always turned up.
You see him go to work.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
But no one followed him, which was a shame.
You could almost go Walshy.
I was going to say the Walsh
Walshy.
and Harry connection now.
Walsh
I
was-
love it. Love it so much.
So good.
Yourself?
What's that, sorry?
Yourself? You get to answer the question or? He's the host. He thinks he can get away with not answering
Oh,
questions.
I had to reread the question. I forgot the one. I think it's hard to go past Walsh.
Yep.
Yeah, you just know. I think you know what you're going to get, regardless of what Cornsey says.
Yeah.
He's changed his tune though. He has
Yeah,
changed his tune.
I rate Kane
liked
Corns
him
this
this
year.
year,
This
yeah.
year, Cornsy, mate.
Not bad.
Shout out to
Okay, we'll
Cornsey.
get-
He'll be watching.
Once you get him on it, it's
I
alright.
think his head's too far up his ass to watch this. So.
Oh, shame if he is watching. Jesus.
Yeah.
It's alright, Kano.
Last question, is it?
All right, we'll go on to one more.
One
And
more.
this one here, we can just touch on this briefly. I reckon. From Dan.
Wait.
Oh, no. It's getting late. 10:30. He's had a few. All right. Shout out to Daniel from class. Who's the best forward in the league and why is it Kale Hooker?
Daniel said.
Daniel
Djokovic.
Said,
Shout out to you, mate.
Does that actually need answering, or do we want to end with a
Like,
proper question?
Kyle Hooker could not be further from Harry. He's alright. He's good.
I love the captain.
But Harry Mackay, come on, he's a generational
Is
forward.
Jack Martin playing this week? No,
No.
I don't think he will be.
Next week, maybe.
Tell you what, a
Just a
couple
few.
of actually not questions, couple of statements from say Lara.
Lara-
we should
Lara-
stop playing Cripps if he is injured. I agree.
Thanks,
with your
Lara.
statement. Yes, thanks for the sending in
100%. Love it.
message. Yeah, absolutely. You should stop playing any player if they're injured. I reckon, especially
No brainer, really.
one of the best. And also, should we be playing our young kids? Well, who
We kind of are.
Yes.
would we be
Yes,
playing?
we
I
are.
think we are. Yeah.
I mean, you can bring Honey and Durden in, I guess, but
But how young do you want to go?
Dude, not like that.
but
yeah. Also, Brody Cammy's still in the weightings as well.
Straight out of
exactly.
primary school.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I think they've just got to replace guys like Casbolt and Murphy and stuff like that. Kerno as well. You know, people go, Kerno, he gets the job done, but
Yeah.
is he going to win a flag?
we're just-
Like, would he get a game anywhere else?
No, we're just too used to mediocrity.
I don't think he
I
would.
like him, but yeah.
Yeah, we all love him, but it's just
Alright, so
how many finals he won?
tell you what, these have all basically been answered, so that's it from me.
That wraps it up.
You boys got anything else to add? Or
No, just
All done.
how have you found it, the first
Yeah, not
episode?
bad.
Yeah, good.
good chat.
We've been here a while.
Been here a while, but you know, anything.
Few technical difficulties, few
Ooh.
car crashes us to get us here, few car malfunctions, but that's alright. We're
Few
here.
On the pun.
We're here. We're here. We are
Which is
here.
fine,
We
yeah.
don't know how some of us don't know how we're getting out of here, but the important thing is we are here.
Yes.
Good
And
job, lads.
so
The
that's it
commitments.
for me. So thank you for watching. Thanks for listening.
If you enjoyed, just chuck a like and subscribe.
There it is.
It just helps support our channel and
Make sure to follow us on Instagram at Baggage Chat as well.
yeah, and follow our private Instagrams because we
Yes.
need those.
We need those,
We
yeah.
need some- we need
Definitely
some
some
love.
likes on his footy photos.
Help us grow as a channel.
Well, this guy runs about 7 Instagram
Yep.
pages, so
Yep. So
get around them all.
Yep, let's
Get around
go.
them
Get on
all.
the Waverley Blues.
All right, that's
Go
it,
Blues.
guys.
Other baggers.
Go Baggers.